mag-live. Not because sabihan niya ka, tax na. Obey. Ang students nga nag-show sa right example, right behavior. Mao na inyo ibuto. Mao na si Peter. Next sir. Okay. This truth that Peter learned, Peter is saying, that is the result of my knowledge when Jesus taught me. Jesus nagtudlo ba? Saan na? Luke chapter 22 verse 25 and 26. Again, it's read. Okay? Okay? Jesus taught them. Ready? Begin.
The kings of the Gentiles lord it over them, and those in authority over them are called benefactors. But not so with you.
Rather, let the greatest among you become the youngest, and the leader as one who serves.
So, Jesus said, if you are great, you serve. If you are great sa Gentile world, and in the world of those who don't believe in God, if you are a man with a muscle, you sit down and you order. Jesus said, no. If you are great, a muscle man, you serve by helping the weak. Dito sa DNI, ang muscle man mag-serve. Ang people in authority, nag-serve. Ang people in authority, hindi Takutan nyo ko. Katakutan nyo ko. Kung diran na ka mo, tanggalin ta ka. That is not the place here. Sa labas na siya. But in a Christian world, where we know God, we have God, there is a big change. We would rather use examples. The leaders show examples in the right. Yes, sir. Sa isa ka translation, if you memorize the Bible using your CP, kita ka mo Bible, hard na. Pag ang CP nyo naana sa internet, use the NTL, New Translation. NLT. NLT, tingnan sa CP nyo lang, NLT. So ito, kung sila Luke chapter 22, ready? Start na to, ready? Begin.
Jesus told them, in this world, the kings and great men
Lord is over their people, yet they are called friends of the people. But among you, it will be different.
Those who are the greatest among you should take the lowest rank, and the leader should be like a servant.
Si Jesus na. I tell you, the reason why our topic is knowing Jesus, because Jesus' method is this. If you are a leader, if you are great men, become a servant. If you are a person in a position, serve others. Don't just order and you yourself won't obey. Kailangan shepherd ka, mauna ka, and then others follow. Next, sir. Okay, number 1 to know. Number 2, Peter had learned this from Jesus. Another thing, Luke chapter 10. Luke chapter 10, verse 19 and 20. So, this was taught by Jesus in Luke 22. Again, Jesus taught it in Luke chapter 10. Sabi niya, Jesus said, ready? Ready? Begin. Behold,
I have given you the authority. Nevertheless, do not rejoice in this,
rejoice that
names are written in heaven.
Ito, Jesus said, I will make you apostle. Okay? Peter, you are an apostle. James, you be an apostle. But Jesus said, he added, Do not rejoice in becoming an apostle, but rejoice in that your names are written in heaven. Do not rejoice so much in your authority, in your power. Do not rejoice in that. Rejoice that your names are written in heaven. Next, sir. Number 2 na tayo. Ito nga number 1. Ang servant and apostleship. Number 2, the things about Jesus' followers. In the introduction, not only that Peter told us that he was once an apostle and a servant, and he gave preference to becoming a servant, but then also in his introduction, Peter is telling us things about Jesus' followers. 3 things, actually, 3 things. Number 1, faith that is equal in standing. Having a precious faith. Ang faith natin, the same. Ang faith sang leader, kaya ang faith sang follower na small, pareho lang, equal standing. So that's why Peter is not boasting himself. I am a leader and I have a great faith. Your faith is small faith. Peter is saying, we have equal faith. Pantay tayo. Even though I am a leader, we are just the same. We are just the same in the eyes of God. Number 2, the word that Peter mentions about the word I obtained. The faith that Peter and the follower had were just obtained. It was not earned. Hindi nila ginabahuan na gituha. They did not strive it. It was just given to them. Ang word na obtained, meaning it was given. It was not in their own effort of getting those things. Taga-tanggap lang, taga-receive lang. Ang faith nimo in knowing God, your faith and my faith, we just obtain it the same. Not that others tried to do their best so that they could get their faith. No. The faith that all of us had were just given to us. So sabi ka, no? To those who obtain faith, equal standing, it is God's choice that it was given to you. It was not your effort in obtaining them, in getting them. Number 3, the faith that we have is through the result of the righteousness that Jesus' righteousness given to you and to me, not our own righteousness. So, if we are now a follower of Jesus Christ, that righteousness is not ours. If you are able to enter heaven, it is not your own making. It is not your own righteousness. The righteousness that covers you makes you acceptable before God. Now, pag mag-enter ka gani sa heaven, God will ask you a question. Ang angel mag-ask, why will I let you enter heaven? Because on earth, I am a behaved person. Oh, no. You cannot be. Hindi ka tanggapin, hindi ka accept, pag-awasin ka. Not accept it. Why will I let you enter heaven? Because I am covered by the righteousness of Jesus. It is His righteousness that I am using. I am covered by His righteousness. My own righteousness, I discard it. It is not acceptable. So that is the introduction that Peter is telling us. If we need to be a humble person, introduce mo ng servant ka, then another thing is, what you have is only from the Lord. Number 3, sir. Peter's greeting, anak ka ng greeting. Now, sa introduction kanina, sabi niya, Peter
Disciple.
The servant and apostle. So may laman yan, ha? When Peter introduced himself, there is a deep content. Hindi na siyang words lang na naglabas sa babayan. No. It has deep meaning. Ibig sabihin, nag-change ko. Sa una, daso ko. Sa una, ipakita ko, I am the Lord. I am powerful. Sa introduction niya pa lang, nakita mo na sa introduction niya, it has a deep meaning. A person that has been touched by God is not lording. Nagpapower-power, wala. Director ba ako? Ang mga sabi siya ng Jesus, ang director ng Pilipinas. Teacher ba ako? Student leader ba? SSG president ba ako? Be humble. Sa introduction niya lang, nakita mo. That is the result of knowing Jesus. You humble yourself. Binigyan ka nga power. But you are not using the power. Si Peter, apostle, but he is not claiming his apostleship so that he could scold the people and rebuke them. I am a servant. He is lowering himself. Humbling himself. So introduction now. Introduction. Peter's greeting. Sabi niya, how did Peter greet us? Sabi niya, Pwede, sign natin sa my grace. Pwede, greetings ni Peter. Sabi niya, my
The grace and peace will
multiply
to you through the knowledge of God and Jesus Christ our Lord.
Again, hindi na siya sabi-sabi lang. It is with deepest meaning and that greeting is coming from his heart. Sabi niya, may the grace and peace be minus. So, be multiplied, magdami. Ano na siya? That is the result of knowing Jesus. Now, sa number 1 kanina. Result of knowing Jesus, the person who is Lord becomes humble. The result of knowing Jesus, the person who is in faith, equal sharing tayo dito. Hindi nagtakas ng iba. Equal. Our righteousness is not accepted. Jesus gives us a covering, white righteousness. That is, and thirdly, if you are related in relation with Jesus Christ, your desire is that grace and peace multiplies. Result na siya sa knowing Jesus. Ano ka? If you know Jesus, hindi ka kung may mapatay gani, kita ka mo siya ng tao na kung may mapatay gani, dumaupod ka sa sunod. Kung itulak ko gani, nga itulak ko. Hindi mo upod ka siya ba, patay na gani. Makanto ito pong gani mo. Buhay ko, makanto ko to. Kung itulak mo, magalit. Ano na? Kay dunto ka kay Jesus. But if you know Jesus, there is grace and peace. Makita na kami na. Mas maganda. Patay na siya, pero mas maganda. Good pa nang i-condition sa akin. Mauna siyang result sa less knowledge about God. Muna nga sa school, every school nga wala nagatudlo that teach the knowledge of God, talo na. Napahambog ka lang. Oo, knowledgeable ko ba? Lawyer ako. May DD ako. Very important that the school must taught God. Because in knowing God, mag-humble ang person, mag-consider kita na equal kita tanan, wala sang taas dito. Mag-consider kita na through the knowledge of God, the effect, the result of knowing God deeper, may peace ka. You have also grace. Do not know gani sa God, wala ka gani study sa iya nga, ay mapatay gani, maghibi ka tudo. Diba? 40 days nga hibi, basta nga maubos ng luha mo. But kung may Jesus ka, mag-multiply daw ang grace, mag-multiply ang peace. Okay, ito natin na. Sir, this is not This is not only an introduction. Ang introduction, and the introduction is not an empty word. Usually, introduction mo lang, not important. No. Every introduction sa Bible may meaning and has a value. Tingnan mo sa letter A. This is not an empty form because letters ends with the same na siya, sabi niya. Grow in the knowledge of grace. Grow in grace and in the knowledge of the Lord Jesus Christ. The B, this comes from God. They are not ours. That grace is outside of ourselves. The grace is outside coming to us. And, ano ba? The peace and grace coming to be given to us is in great measure. Tingnan mo ba? Ano na makasabi ito? In great measure. Maya, explain sa iyo. Basta nag-grow ka, kay may something for sa labas na nagbigay sa iyo in great measure. Sir, letter B. Busy ka na, sir? Balik mo na.
Sa baba, Pastor Ricky.
Wala?
Tara. Balik sa ragod.
D. D. There is an infinite. Ano na ang reservoir? May balon-balunan kami. Pareho pala sang refrigerator. Pareho pa sang refrigerator, may ginatago ka. Nga kung gutumon ka gani, hindi ka na magluto. Insigida, open mo lang kagwaon. Reservoir na sila ginasave. Pareho sang bangko. Na hindi ka na mag-work para maka-earn money. Kuha ka lang doon. Ano na sa ang reservoir? God's spiritual reservoir is so infinite, and that reservoir is being supplied if you know God, if you have knowledge about God. Inang reservoir mo. Ang reservoir, inang reservoir sa water sa Manila, nagababa na daw, dirilo na. So, ginawarningan nila mga tao, kaunti na lang ang water. Kulbaan sila. But ang ating reservoir sa spiritual things is through the knowledge of God. If you want your reservoir to come up higher, know God, know God, know God. Deeper, magtaas ang imo reservoir. Ang laman sa refrigerator mapuno. Ang bangkong taas. Ang zero. How? By knowing God deeper. Tingnan natin sa verse sa letter A. We do not study the scripture. Para ba gano'n? May mga nag-study sa scripture. May isa ka pastor sabi niya, if you don't know ka gani, if you don't know how to speak a sentence, how to say a sentence, ang sentence mo, bali ang sentence, wrong ang grammar, wrong, persona sa nga wala nagabasa-basa. Wala nag-memorize. Ay kung nag-memorize ka sa mga inang mga lines sa newspaper, tama na siya. So kung masanay ka sang basa, nag-ano na siya, nag-smooth yung pagkubay. Pero kung person ka gani nga, gasalig ka lang sa Facebook, wala ka nagabasa sa libro, sabi sa mga educator, ang bata ngayon, ang mas ganting wala nagabasa, gabubo. If you want to lead, read now, tomorrow you will lead. Now, bayaan ka sa salita mo, tama ang English, ang words, kahit yung grammar hindi mag-aaway, nag-boxing, ang verb adjective, nag-boxing, ang noun. Ang secret sina, basa ka kang memorize. Now, sabi dito, other people read the scripture for that purpose. Do not know sila po, kaya nag-study sila, nag-become good ang ilang magsalita. But, deeper than that, because of it comes through the knowledge of God, but through the grace, peace are multiplied in your heart, in your church, and in the world. Ito, sa greetings ni, sa hi pa lang to si Peter. Pag hi ni Peter, sabi niya, may the grace and peace be multiplied. Hindi siya nagsabi, may the grace and peace be added. Plus pa na siya. 1 plus 1 pila? 5 plus 5, pila? 10. 5 times 5, pila? 25. So, asa? Pag plus gani, gamay. Pag multiply, dako. 10 plus 10. 20. 10 times 10. 100. So, Peter is saying, see the difference. Grace and peace be added, no. Grace and peace be multiplied, magdami. Multiplication ang ginamit ni Peter. How did that multiplication happen? In knowing, sa kanta natin, in knowing you only. In knowing God, we are not adding. In knowing God, we are multiplying, nagadami. Ang addition kasi mahina eh. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 2, 4. 2 times 2. 4 magyapon. But Peter is saying, the result of the knowledge of God, sa number 1, will change your behavior, magpahambol ka. Knowing God will enable you to realize we are just equal. Knowing God will multiply your peace and grace. Ano na ang use ng grace and peace man? Siguro hindi ka magsabi, ano man si Peter nga greeting man, grace and peace. I don't need that. Bulo ka mo? If you know grace and if you know peace, nablang kabahan ka na. God will give only the peace of God. That becomes your coat. Ilang na kung mag-ulan, kag natugnawan ka, amo ni imo bayo, gahurog ka. The peace of God is compared to a coat. May coat nga inang leatherize nga kapal, basta sa liig. Mayara pa gani dala sa ulo. That can cover you and will not make you tremble. So, sabi dito, nakita ko ba? Very, very important that when we know God, the result is a change of lifestyle. Hindi ka na magiging Lord. Mapahambol ka na. Hindi ko sabi, sino ko dito? Who am I? Am I a student that you will not respect me? No. If you want to be respected, show good example. That is Peter's teaching. Who am I? Napurog ako, nang akong needs. If you know God, multiply ang imong peace, multiply ang imong grace. Nagadami na siya if you know God. Next, sir. Now, maain tayo ang conclusion. In the conclusion, we have lessons on effective leadership. Ano daw sa SSG, mapilion nyo, butuhon nyo ang estudyante na mag-lead? Sino na siya? Ito na siya ang person. Result na siya sa the secret of becoming a good leader. The secret is that leader wants to know God deeper. I want to know you more. Hindi ka lang kuntinto sa John 3:16. More, Lord, more. You want to know more. More than it. Muna sa effect niya, you become a good leader. Here is the lesson. Number 1. The leader, opposite niya, boss, no? Boss, yung leader. The leader admits his own mistake. Ang leader, nag-admit na siya. Pag may mali, wala, hindi na siya mag-accept. But a leader admits his own mistake while the boss, I know everything. Number 2, next. He show how to do things. Yung leader ka gani, he don't just announce, do this, do that. But a good leader will show how to do it. Amo ni siya ho. may Simple things na, for example, wiping the table. Yung table sa ulan. May teacher kami sa ulan, dituruan kami magtrapo sa table. Tingnan ko kung dituruan ka. Kung magtrapo ka gani sa table, nga ginapabalik-balik mo, may dumi, makatrapo. Amo na muhon mo na ako, wrong na siya, wala ka katuon. What is the right way? So the leader will not just order, he will show the example. Amo niyo. Muna. Hindi mo pagbalik-balikon, kay ang dumi nga nagkatuda, magbalik naman yung pag-awang mo sila. Muna, show the right way, that is the leader. Di lang ka magalit at mag-order. Do this! But the leader is kind enough to show the right way. Number 3. Gives advice, not criticize. Sila nakita ko, sample, nakita mo ang bata nga mali. Maamoy mo. Do not criticize. Ito. The right way is, don't criticize, but give advice or show the right example. Gives direction, doesn't talk fast. The leader gives the right direction. Kahit paulit-ulit, ang teacher na may patience, no? Di makakabalo, tapos natuturo siya. May teacher kami sa una, sabi niya, class, pay attention, because I am paying for my saliva. Kasi hambal, maubos na ba, mag-dry ng inuba ba? Si pastor kayo magwalig kayo ng tubig. Pero ang teacher, nga leader, may patience. That he would give a direction. Then next, the leader earns and deserves worthy of respect. Hindi ka magsalinga, respect me. No. Respect is earned. Ano nang meaning? Respect must be earned. Ibig sabihin, naobserbahan niya ka. Kung respectable ka, ma-respect sa imo. Kung person ka gani nga nag-behave nga hindi ka bagay i-respeto, that is the result. So, respect is earned by the leader who deserves worthy to be respected. And the last is, now, next Thursday, Peter will show us a divine power. And this divine power is another result of knowing God. Alalim pala ito siyang knowing God. Din-choose ko ito kay you are in school, purposely you come to know. What I'm saying is, if you want to come to know more many other things, first, know God. If you know God first, maraming matutunan mo. Sabi, nag-come ka, ma-study ka sa electricity. Study ka electricity. Kung mag-focus ka sa study sa electricity, and then you become an expert in electricity, but your character is bad now. Inang brave ka, hindi ka humble. That is the effect of just go directly studying electricity without knowing God. So may result na sila. The result this morning, the result of knowing God, may 3 akong ipakita. It changes your character. Si Peter, hindi nagapasyon apusol ko ba? I am a servant, humble siya. Change ang iyong character. It makes us equal. Number 3, it multiplies our peace and grace. Very, very important kasi kay, in this world, we cannot control everything. There are things that we don't like, it will happen. Gusto mo hindi siya mapatay man sa gapon. But the only way is, if you know God, mag-increase man ang imong peace, mag-increase man ang imong grace. Ang grace mao nga siyang nagapa-graceful sa imo. If you know the grace of God, you will act graceful before the people. Kung hindi ka gani graceful, ano ka? Opposite sang grace, ano? Sama ang tingin mo. Sino? Kasi, ka-graceful sa iya ba? Inang, mag-amo-amo na siya. Unang graceful ng mga tao, inang, na-like mo siya kay ang ways niya, kay ang, inang, you want to love the person. Kung yung person nga, love mo? Hindi. Ang taong graceful is a result of a deeper knowledge about God. Okay, so next Thursday, may another result sa knowing God deeper. But we will sing, sir, may song na sir nga more about Jesus. Ang thing natin knowing God, ang ways natin is to know God. And then we are focusing in knowing God, mag-resort na ng other things. So, pag you know God, na pareho na siya magnet, no? If you know God, other things follows. May imo behavior, ang imo character, ang imo ways of life, ang imo conduct. Hindi ka na mamapak. Hindi ka na magbuli sa other people. First is knowing God. Nasa? Okay. Sa school gani, we are giving importance in knowing God. And then you'll be surprised. Other things will just happen. May mga changes sa life. Okay, we will sing this. Sino ba? Sir? gisa si Bong Mago, may gisa si Bong Mago, nag-change sila ngalan. Magalit ka siya, i-push ang button, patayin ang word. So ito yan, knowing Jesus makes you humble. And the Spirit of God will lead us to become the right person. Hindi ka magalit ka. Magalit ka nito, i-push ang button, matrimungit ka mo. Muna sa kibuloy. Tara.